Yeah, Johnny, 6 strong innings, and after the triple by Burns, he really settled in, and I think he ran off of nearly 4 innings of consecutive outs. He got a couple of big strikeouts, particularly to Simeon, and then to Vogt in another situation, but he had 3 pitches for strikes, but more importantly, the number of quality fastballs in the bottom of the strike zone once again proved successful.
Johnny?
Can you talk about Henry Ramirez's day?
Yeah, very good day. You know, he gives us an immediate lift with a 2-run homer in the first. Ran the bases well. You know, 3 base hits on the day. Had a chance for probably a huge day, but a couple of balls right at the second baseman, and made a couple of good plays. I thought, particularly ball off the wall in the 1 inning to potentially cut down a guy and save 90 feet at second base. But you know, both he and David, when they're producing in the middle of the order, it gives us a completely different look. And both guys with some excellent base running. David scores on a base hit into a shallow left center field. Just a good day.
John, Koji had his first clean inning in a couple of weeks, and you used him 3 straight days. Are you seeing anything different from him? Does he look stronger to you?
You know, there's not huge differences in innings in which he's 1, 2, 3, other than the final results. You know, a couple times where a split might have not gotten to the intended spot. You know, going back to the last day on the road in Texas, but you know, the one thing that's great about Koji is the fact that he keeps himself in such great shape to be able to go 3 consecutive days. Clearly, he's got a down day tomorrow, but when push comes to shove, Koji's done a great job in a closing spot.
Hanley's abilities have been questioned a lot here lately. What did you do at Hanley Park? We saw you meeting with him this morning. Were you offering words of encouragement? Any sort of insight, any magic words or anything like that?
No magic words. He's an extremely talented guy. You know, there's periodic check-ins with individual guys, and that's no different this morning with Hanley. But I think we all recognize that he's got the ability every day to make a huge impact in the game. He's a dynamic player, and that showed up today.
Well,
skip a little bit off topic from today's game, but we at Fox 25 got reports on Tanya Carpenter, the young lady from last night, that her condition was upgraded from whatever it was last night when she left the park to critical and stable condition. My folks at Fox would just like further comment about hearing that and what exactly was going through your mind when you saw that scene with her being wheeled out in front of the dugout.
Well, you know, obviously last night was a scary accident, and you know, whether it was immediately following the accident to right now, our thoughts don't change, and our thoughts and prayers go out to her and her family. We're keeping her in those thoughts and can wish nothing more than a speedy and full recovery.
John?
Can you talk about the job of Matt Bynes did tonight, and he's allowing you to use him in tougher situations?
Yeah, you know, yesterday or the game against Minnesota, and then here again today, where he's come in with men on base, you know, close games, tying and potential go-ahead runs. You know, he's making quality pitches, and regardless if it's the 6th inning or the 9th inning, to me, what we've seen is a guy that takes a very similar approach. And you know, there's been a couple of appearances where some fastballs have leaked back that he's had to pay, but for the most part, he keeps very composed in tight spots.
In the 4th inning, when Joe, I think, was facing 1 seat, and Carl went out to the mound for a meeting, what were y'all hoping to communicate to him in that pretty tight juncture there?
You know, he had about a 6-pitch sequence where he came out of his delivery a little bit, pushed a number of fastballs up to his arm side, and it was just more of a mechanical reminder, which allowed him to get back down the strike zone, and that's where he ends up getting the key strikeout to Simeon in that sequence.
Jason, on the right.
John, what have you learned about Joe today and maybe over his last few starts that could help you make a decision for this coming week?
You know, Jason, whether it's the last couple of starts or even going back to when he first arrived here last year, Joe's got an ability to rise to an occasion inside of a game. Whether it's the ability to reach back and get a little extra velocity, whether it's make a key pitch, as he's done you know, the last two starts out in particular, with men in scoring position. He's got a way about him to maybe keep a moment under control and still execute, and he's shown us that repeatedly.